everyone, to another episode of your Daily Dose. We've all been waiting, anticipating, saving up. Pretty much everything that we thought would happen, decided to come true. By the way, the update to the premium recruitment isn't too bad, so I mean, while we're here, we might as well do it, right? I think I need shoe heroes. I guess I need shoe heroes, so that's what we're gonna go for. By the way, when I say that, I kind of need the legendaries, but some shards will help me out in the end eventually. And I have been sort of stalling it for a little bit because I was waiting. I was waiting for this day to come before I finally decided to see just how many hundreds of billions of powers we could get on the account. And of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the anticipation for Arms Race is in the air. And that means one thing and one thing only. They have finally introduced, I want to say they've finally introduced what I think a lot of the community has been waiting for and saving for. Hopefully, you've been catching up on some of the previous videos. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. We do have the recharge up in here, so we are going to grab those ones out of the bag. But as you suspected, the Arcane crystals are here, and they cost exactly how much it would normally cost for any of the other heroes, which is good. I mean, they didn't up the price. They potentially could have. They could have made them 15 merit badges, but they made them 10. So this is pretty much going to be the guaranteed go-to. Of course, you have Gao here as well, so I would recommend finishing him off. But uh, eventually, right about now, a lot of players are going to be getting these ones. They're going to be getting these ones in vast amounts of numbers, which kind of means that getting first on the leaderboard is absolutely fundamental for your strategies. So what you want to be doing is, of course, grabbing your gold flags. It's going to cost you 5k gold for 50 of those flags. If you are a light spender, I would recommend getting the dollar package. But essentially, you should be having all of your accounts looking like this day one. You will need to spend some gold in Conquest to make this happen. You will need to do some additional spins in Expedition and Strategist Guides. However, it is absolutely worthwhile doing it. And the reason being is, by this time tomorrow, you should be in prime position to get within the top five. And the top five is kind of where a lot of players are wanting to find themselves in. We'll talk about that in a second, but ideally speaking, this here is enough to get us over 500. We actually got to 519. We managed to grab some of these juicy little 5 gold merit badges as well. Now, it's all about reward structures, so the top 5 are going to get a guaranteed 3 of these selection chests. And that pretty much equates to 450 gold merit badges. Now, 450 gold merit badges will get you pretty much, I want to say, it's going to get you at least 100 of these shards. In fact, why don't we just go out of our way and get into the bag? We did save a couple of these ones up throughout the entire events. I have been spending them too, but I have been trying to save a little bit, just knowing that the arms race will give us these arcane shards, and I guess from a free-to-play perspective, that is the smartest option. So we have 425 will give us 42, which basically equates to 110 shards. So if you manage to get within or have saved up around 450 gold merit badges, that is a guaranteed arcane hero in their base form. After, of course, their base form is done, you will be able to level up them in their, I guess, divine path would be a word for it, and you'll need to ascend those, and eventually you'll be able to get them to 1 star with some additional shards as well. It is a pretty lengthy process, but we will be covering it in depth after day number 2, because like I said, I do intend to at least get within the top 5. Maybe I doubt that I'll be first. I think there'll be a couple of spenders. And to be honest, it doesn't really make that much of a difference between 5th and 1st. It really just means 150 extra gold merit badges, but I'm not going to be chasing it. However, I should mention that that if you are going to pursue it, there might be a little bit of traffic on the cross-server servers, so you will need 2,000 troops in order to compete against here. Just be aware, there might be a few people that are going to spend and wail harder on this event just so that they can not necessarily maximize their heroes, because you'll notice that a lot of whales have probably already got their first arcane hero to a very good position, but they will be doing it so that they can grab every single one of these indexes. And I believe that that is something for you all to keep in mind. However, in saying that, pretty much stock standard, there is no other transformations. These ones, if you do have the raw, I guess, gold merit badges and you're very, very bored, and you've maxed out all of your arcane heroes, then maybe you should go ahead and grab these ones. There is some versatility there. Normal has stayed the same. I don't believe they've added anything of interest, unfortunately, but that's okay. It is what it is. As for the gold, I pretty much steer clear of this. Now, of course, if you are very, very early in the game and you would like to make some progress, you can, of course, grab some of these, but just be aware that a lot of them will be free in a lot of other events. It isn't necessarily good value. What I do recommend is if you are still on the path of getting everything leveled up for your accessories, grab these stones. The alternative is getting advanced crystals so that you can start to get eagle tier and elephant tier on all of your gear. But for me, I would like to finish off my accessories before I start investing in those. And I think the real reason behind that is because in most instances, the accessories are still going to give you some pretty decent statistics. You are going to get some percentage base, including crit resistance, and of course armor penetration. And I mean, they're not like just 10%, they go up to 18%, so they are quite significant. They do scale off the statistics of your heroes. If you're ever curious about them, you can always find your statistics in that little icon over to the right. Now, in terms of this, just be aware your MC is always going to have better stats than most of the other heroes generically. So, in saying that, I feel like today is a great day. It is a great day. There are a lot of things that are going to come out of it, and I mean, I don't necessarily need to go ahead and buy these ones just yet. I will eventually buy those ones. So if you are probably curious about what would be the second best choice, if you haven't built Dragon Sparrow, I'd recommend getting some shards there. I would probably finish off your Gal, but that will be quite expensive. So keep that in mind. A lot of people though will probably prioritize these. And like I said, we'll be doing a video of me powering up Dalchan. I imagine that I'll have something close to 300 shards by the time that that is accessible. Those that have continued to support this channel, um, obviously this is a it's a long time coming. It's a long time coming. I am excited about doing the power up. I'm excited about maybe getting close to the two trillion power. A little bit ambitious, I think, considering what's in the bag. But like I said, I'm going to be doing that after this arms race event, and we're going to be able to take those little guesses ourselves. I think there's a lot of stuff in the bag that could potentially get us there. There's going to be a lot of powering up in terms of just raw heroes, beasts, beast gear. It's going to be fun. Index scores, it's going to be crazy. There's going to be some chaos there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below, have you been saving up for arms race? And if yes, what do you think you'll be able to get your heroes to? Will you be building one hero or two heroes in the Arcane faction? My personal advice is that Marshall and Dalchan are probably some of the better ones. Zhang He is very, very good with burst DPS, so keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.